Hi guys, Igor Vasiliev is here, and today we're going to talk about the sources of income again. And we'll be speaking about major three sources of income. First of all, employment. Second source is business, and the third one is investing. Now, which one should you choose? Should you choose to go and work for somebody? Should you choose to start your own business, or should you choose to invest? Now, what kind of sources of income you might consider in your particular circumstances right now? We're going to speak about it right now, and in the meantime, subscribe to our channel, like our video, and click a bell in order to get our future notification. So guys, let's kind of try to discuss what is easier to get, what is easier to start, and where you can generate a high income. Now, when you're thinking about making money, you have to take into consideration a lot of factors. First factor, how quickly you can get your income, right? And let's have a look at all these three incomes. Now, where can you get the money fastest? In your business, in investing, or in your job? And probably majority of you will agree that it's much easier and faster to get money from your particular job. Yes, of course, you might create a certain deal one time off somewhere, kind of you can call a business, but I wouldn't call it a business. It's probably wheeling and dealing, where you're creating a certain deal where you can get a commission on something. It wouldn't be stable income, which we are planning to generate. Now, it's easier to call your friends or to go to a recruitment agency or to do research yourself and contact the companies yourself and find a placement as an employee. When you get your job, what you are getting? You're getting a stable salary, at least in a certain period of time, right? If something happens like pandemic, you can be fired, but in any way. So as soon as you get a job, you know that next Friday, in 2 weeks time or in a month time, depends on your agreement, you're going to get a certain amount of money. It creates a certain level of securities for a lot of people. And that's why when we look around us, probably 90% of people, or at least a lot of people, I don't know the percentage exactly, they choose to work. They choose to get this security. Now, the disadvantage of that particular source of income is that you straight away limit yourself from the income perspective. As soon as you get a job, during the interview, you getting into certain agreement, you have to perform certain amount of work, and for that you are getting certain amount of money. Now, of course, you can get a bit more, like when you get some bonuses or when you get promoted, but it's not going to be significant increase in any way. Now, let's have a look at the second source of income, business. What can happen? It's pretty quickly can be organized as well. So if you're a person with an experience in business area, or you have certain help from around, from your friends, from your family, or maybe from your connections, you can create income pretty fast as well. It wouldn't be in a week time. Right? Yes, one-time off deal you can generate from certain, like let's say, if you know how to do makeup or how to run a yoga class or how to, I don't know, do a massage, simple type of business activities. Yes, you can perform your task and you get the money, but majority of cases it's very small, insignificant amount. Now, if you want to create a sustainable business, it requires certain investment. Now, if you compare with the first source of income where there is no money required, in business, usually you do require to put some money into hiring the staff, finding the location, probably getting some lease equipment, whatever, right? It depends on the business. There would be different level of expense. Even to start a company, you still have to go to the lawyer or accountant and to pay them for establishing your LLC or whatever PLC, right? So you have to do that. Now, there is a certain amount of money required. Now, the advantage of that if you properly structured your business, there is no limit on income. So the income depends not on the amount of hours you put in this business, but on the amount of services or product you sold. So if you're selling a product, you can sell 1,000 items, or you can sell 10,000 items, or you can sell 1,000,000 of items, and whatever margin you put on the top of that, that would be your income. Now, the disadvantage again of the business that you never know how much money you're going to make, especially in the beginning of your business career, because you don't know if you get a client tomorrow, or you don't know if you're getting a client in a month time. Yes, you might have a contract with one particular client, but the thing is, which is different between having an employment and having a business, that when you're getting employment and you get this position, that's it, you secured this place. You know that you're going to stay there unless you mess up completely. And your employer who employed you is not looking for alternative instantly on a daily basis. Whereas if you sign a contract with a shop and you're supplying something to that shop, believe me, the owner of that shop constantly, continuously looking for better deals. If you're a masseur and you have a client, believe me, that client is going to check other masseurs. They're going to check the prices, quality, they will be asking references, etc. So what happens when you have a kind of secure income from certain clients? You have to be constantly keeping certain level of quality of your services, because believe me, on a daily basis, another competitor is trying to replace you, constantly fighting. When you get a secure job, you don't have that. So you kind of don't have to stress out about this. With a business, you have to be all the time in your best. That's how you make money. Now, but as I said, the best advantage of having a business is the amount of income you can generate is practically unlimited. We know cases where people make millions, billions of dollars, right? Maybe there are some people who make trillions of dollars. At least I am not aware of those guys. No, in any way, guys. So the third source of income is a different one, because when everyone can start, you don't have to get through interview in order to be an investor. You don't have to put a lot of risks in order to be investors. But you have to have certain amount of knowledge in order to start your investing career. Now, the good thing about it that you can start from the very, very small amount of money. And the second good thing that there is no limit there. So if you have billions and billions of dollars, you still can be an investor. Now, the disadvantage of investing is that you never know how much money you can generate unless you have certain experience and you run certain projects where kind of the investment return is already kind of predicted. It's very easy to predict. There are not so many like investment projects like that, because there are still some risks involved in any investment. So if you're a property developer, you have to buy the land, you have to get certain planning permission, and then you have to build. And there are certain discrepancies there on each stage which you have to go through. When you invest in the stock market, of course, you choose the company and you invest in this company, and you can kind of predict where the company can grow in the future. But again, there are certain uncertainties in the world that can affect the performance of that company. And of course, like presidents can tweet something and the stock price can collapse. Now, but there are certain strategies there, and there are certain investment vehicles which can generate income, but in the long term. Now, if you're planning to become an investor and you hope to get your income within next week, millions of dollars, or multiply your income, I would say it probably won't happen. But if you're looking for investment vehicle like an addition to your previous two sources of income, regardless if it is employment or business, I presume you're building your secure financial future. And the main reason is that if you're working, so believe me, there will be other people who come and with better skills, better education, with better experience, who eventually will try to replace you. Okay, with years. In a business, exactly the same. With an investment area, so if you already have a house and you're renting it out, you just have to replace tenants. It's pretty easy to do. So if you have a stock which paying you dividends, and that dividend allow you to live on it, so that's fantastic. All right. So when you're building your investment, you have to understand that the more you do it, the better experience you have, the higher return you receive. And another interesting thing that you actually don't spend more time for that. So when you invest in, let's say $10,000, how much time do you need for that? Now, it depends on your style of investing, but if you're choosing my type of style of investing, so what I do, I read annual reports, I look at their financial performance in the last 5 to 10 years, then I try to understand where the price currently, what kind of problems within the company, why the price is like that. I try to understand the value of that business, and then I choose the price where I'm happy to buy the business. So if after I decided to buy at a certain level, I buy it and then I hold it until it reaches my exit price. Okay, and it might be 10%, it might be 20%, it might be 100% from the price I purchased. Now, it might take a week or it might take a year. So the majority of my time I spend for reading financial reports rather than placing the trades and being busy with that. Now, can you understand that if I read the report, it doesn't really matter if I am allocating $10,000, $100,000 or $1 million, because the actions which I have to take will be exactly the same. But the reward would be 10 times or 100 times different, because my income in majority of cases when I invest depends not on the amount of time I spend, but on the amount of money I invested. So that's why when you consider which vehicle to choose, I think it will be naive to choose the investment vehicle if you have no money to invest at all. If you hope that you need, or at least you believe that you need money in a week time or 2 weeks time, so investing is definitely not the vehicle which you have to choose right now for the current period of time. So, and in most of the cases, the easiest and the fastest way will be to get a job. Okay, you get the job, you secure your certain base expenses, assuming that you don't have at all money. Now, if you have already savings and you could put a lot of money in investing, that would be the different scenario. So guys, when you're creating the income for you, so of course it's good to have secure income which is fast and which is unlimited, but in reality there are different sources and each source has certain advantages and certain disadvantages. Now, for younger generation, for younger guys who have no savings, no assets, no connections, no business experience, I definitely recommend just, guys, get a job as quick as possible. Get the experience and try to get a job in a field which you kind of have an interest in. So if you believe that you like communication, you're good with communication, get in sales. You will learn a lot of stuff there. Now, if you're more like a structural person and you like a logical solution, you do something with your hands, get maybe some, I don't know, engineering or maybe business processes or whatever happens where you can improve your skills a lot and get certain experience, which after that will help you to build your own business if you decide to do so. Because a lot of people, they make a lot of money when they're employed, and then they invest this money into investment vehicles and they generate the second income. And if they're happy, they keep working. But if they decide to leave the job, in a certain level, the investment can pay off. So guys, this video was just not to demotivate or motivate, vice versa, but at least to clarify it, because I've met a lot of people who believe that I'm going to be investor. And they're struggling because whatever money, the small amount of money they have, they put it in investment, let's say project, and this project generates small amount of money, but they come in and tell you, oh, I'm an investor. But they're practically eating off whatever income they generate. They never can grow, because in order to grow in your investment career, you have to put additional capital into that project or that vehicle. So if it is stock market, you have to put more money in there. If it is a property, so you have to put money in more there in order to that income to grow. So, and the only way to do it is to get a job or to build your business. So what are you doing right now? Guys, please put the comments below. I would love to hear what are you doing, how you're building those income. Do you have only one? Do you have two? Or do you have three sources of income? And which income you're focusing right now? And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please put it in the comments as well. I am reading all your comments, and I am going to record the second video or the next video where we'll answer all these questions, guys. And of course, click like if you like this video, and share this video with people who I believe can benefit out of it, and subscribe to our channel. All the best, guys, and make your money.